All right. Let's do a brief audio and visual check here tonight. Welcome, everybody. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA. As always, in the YouTube chat, there is our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that we say and go over is educational purpose only. It's not financial advice. It's not a signals class. My man, Jay, how are you?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Feeling a lot better.
Good.
Market's treating us well, so cannot complain. How you doing today?
Dude, these markets are rocking. These markets are rocking.
Yes, they are.
Coach Hoop in the chat, he sent me a message. He's like, tonight's going to be wild. And then like a few hours later, well, that was an understatement.
Yeah, wild was an understatement for sure.
I mean, you see these markets. It's I'm watching gold. Tonight, I think what we're going to do tonight, 700 likes. I'm going to share a gold trade I took off air before we started.
Nice.
It was a good one. Wink, wink. It was a 5-figure trade in 5 minutes. It was
Gotta love those. Gotta love when a plan comes together, especially that quickly.
And then there was a what do you call it? A plot twist in the middle of it too, Jay. That we was talking about. So 700 likes tonight. I'll share it. I'll talk about it. I'll even share that plot twist. I mean, it's something that a checklist as a trader is important. No trades. It's never boring as a trader. You could be trading for 15 plus years and always run into little details like, misclick a button here, did this, do that. So I didn't realize this.
It's like, oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah. Whoops.
Interesting. Something looks different here.
Yeah, exactly. But trading it up, Coach Jay. I will go through a regular rapid fire just briefly to do a quick summary, and then I'm going to take a look at silver and gold. These markets are moving, and I want to take advantage of them as much as I can. And so let's do that. NASDAQ, we had FOMC, we had earnings. So it was a wild day. We take a look at the NASDAQ first and foremost. We had a big rally tonight after earnings. We are selling off. NASDAQ, went all the way up to 26,350s, 340s, and we are right back down, testing 26,100. We broke out of this resistance, right? This major resistance. So is this a breakout, a retest, and then are we going to get continuation? Or is this market going to accept back into this, price action, and we just stuck hovering around and maybe just under 26,000. I'm not sure. I'd like to see a directional move, preferably. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter to me. Up, longer, short, directional plays. Zooming into the hourly chart, you can see, nice bullish trend. Today, it was an interesting play. I mean, that was the FOMC. That was earnings right after the bell, right? Wicked all the way down to those 26,000, rallied all the way back up. Now here we are, right back down. I think that's it for the NASDAQ. It is moving. If you're trading the NASDAQ, I'll keep an eye on it. But let's talk about gold briefly. Wow.
It's the market of the moment right now.
Just wow. Let's zoom out and just really put this in perspective for just a moment. It just rolled over, but that does not. I've just look at this weekly. Look at the weekly. I remember when we were breaking through 4,000, and I was there in New Jersey with you, and I'm just like, this is just insane. Like, what's gold doing? And then here we are. I mean, look at this. Is this the biggest move in gold history in terms of ticks? Like what are we seeing tonight from low to high? That's in 1 week, 12%, $600, 6,000 ticks.
This is a commodity.
Yeah. Now you told me it was a stock.
It's not supposed to move like this.
No. And then same with the hourly chart. We were talking about it. I seen Andre, if you're listening, he was watching it live during power hour, and I was going to say, you think it was this? No, it was clear the heck down here. Like just yesterday, we were breaking through 5,000, it seems like. And I mean, let's measure that, right? That break from power hour, it's just, oh man, I can't even get it all on this chart. Let's 5,100 all the way. That's what, 10%? 10% almost. $500, just parabolic.
Yeah.
Zooming onto the 5-minute chart.
Honestly, Dakota, this reminds me of the equities last year.
Okay.
It's a different direction, but the equities February and March, where we just saw extreme volatility, that's what we're seeing in the metals right now. And I can honestly say I've never seen anything like this in my trading career in the metals.
Same. I would say with commodities, right? These commodities.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this with the sheer volume, or not volume.
Yep.
What do you call it? Market cap.
Volatility.
Market cap.
Oh, yes.
Volatility. Yeah, it's the market cap.
We added the
right?
market cap of Bitcoin
low
in
cap
a day.
stocks, individual stocks, sure, right? Smaller instruments, lower cap things. Maybe Nvidia's up there, but yeah, not like gold, not like silver. It's just I can't stress it enough. Now I'm not trying to like fear mongle or this. I'm just surprised, trying to put it into context and explain how historical and how monumental what we're watching here in these gold and silver markets, and precious metal markets in general, I guess. But big rally after the close. This was just after the close. Like, yeah, $200. $200 after the close. 2,110 ticks right after the close, followed by a massive sell-off back down to 5,480. And now we are in a range. Now, this isn't just your typical range. This is a pretty big range. We're in a 1.3% range, 700 ticks. And we are testing the high of that. So maybe we can get a breakout to the long side. On that note, I'm going to just do one more. Just run over on silver briefly. And then we'll kick it off on what we're seeing. Silver, all-time highs. We finally broke out. We had that quote, look like a blow off the top on Monday, kind of consolidating a little bit, but we did continue making higher lows. During the end of power hour, we got so close on making all-time highs during power hour. We failed. Markets closed tonight. We opened up, and sure enough, we got through all-time highs. But silver's not as parabolic as what we're seeing gold react tonight. It's definitely lagging behind, even though we are breaking out and making new all-time highs. Silver's not there yet. Does that mean there's an opportunity? See if silver can keep going into these 20s. We're at 118 now. Just a month ago, we were.
We did make an all-time high tonight, right?
Yeah. In silver, we made an all-time high tonight. What was it? Just last month, we were in the 60s.
Yep. I mean, to start the year, we are at $70.
Yeah. This is silver. This is the silver chart, guys. This is.
And here we go. Gold starting it up again.
Here. Yeah. Let's see. You're watching gold. I'm watching gold. Here. Is it breaking out? Yeah. There it goes. Gold on. I'm just at awe.
Wells McMahon in the chat says, do you see silver slowing down anytime soon? I'm not going to be the first person to call whatever's happening over. I'm taking it day by day, trading the volatility as it's here. I don't know that this is over until we get a candle close in silver below $100.
Yeah.
Until that point, this is just, we had the blow off top candle and we're already above it. I don't think it's over anytime soon.
We're just getting warmed up, baby. Like these markets.
Feels like it.
And you know what? Was something interesting that you said, right? You're like, feels like something's got to break. And the one thing that is breaking, we go to it. I don't have the dollar index, but the U.S. dollar.
Yeah. I have the chart if you want it.
Yeah, pull that up. I was going to pull up the euro dollar, but.
You should give me 1 second. I'll share my screens with you. I thought I had them shared.
Yeah. No, I got your.
Okay, give me 1 second. Yep. There we go. Should have it now.
Close that tab. Just kidding.
Oh.
I'm trolling you, man. I'm trolling you. There we go.
Here you go. Here's the dollar chart. The dollar is the thing that's breaking. I actually bought some Bitcoin today.
You bought Bitcoin today?
I bought Bitcoin. I took a payout from Topstep and put it right into Bitcoin.
Hey,
because this does not look good. One of the things Coach Paul and I were doing, maybe we'll do this during At the Buzzer, but looking at everything is priced in the dollar, right? Gold priced in the dollar, crude oil priced in the dollar.
Yep.
The dollar's going down. Are these assets actually going up, or is it just the devaluation of the dollar?
Or both.
Or both.
Or both.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
Yeah.
But if you price gold in Bitcoin, it's not doing the same thing. Bitcoin's actually holding its value right now.
One of my very first lessons, my most memorable lessons when I first started to trade and was learning about diversification, right? That was one of the big concepts that hit me, was like, are you really diversified? And reading off everything, it's like, yeah, I have Intel, I have Apple, I have this stock, I have that stock. And there's like, no. That's equities. Are you really diversified? So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, exactly that. I'm going to get some crude oil, some of this, some of that. It's like, no. Everything that you've named, as diverse as you might sound, which is really diverse, it's all under US dollars, right? And so you have to put that in perspective. Everything that is on here is valued, not everything, right? But everything I was just naming off is valued in US dollars, right? Gold, silver, physical assets, you buy those in US dollars. What happens when the dollar weakens? Everything goes up on that aspect. So it was just an interesting concept that always stuck with me, and it's just mind-boggling to just watch it play out right now.
Peter Schaap, good question here. Bitcoin is priced in USD as well, or am I mistaken? No, you're not mistaken, right? You could look at Bitcoin in relation to the US dollar as well. But I think Bitcoin is more of a universal asset than some might think, right? Where I'm not an economist, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but there's questions about the investment in US treasuries and things like that. I think there's the potential for there to still be investment in Bitcoin, even if there isn't investment in US treasuries. I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm not even going to act like I'm an economist.
All right, hot
there's
take.
some interesting stuff going on.
That's not even a hot take, huh? That's not even a hot take.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not a hot take. So what are you watching? You got the dollar. We talked about that. We watching gold. Gold's going straight up. Let's take a look at silver. What's silver doing right here, right now? Top of the hour in about 15 minutes. I was going to say, silver's not doing much, even though it is moving and it's volatile. But after going back to gold now, it's moving. It's moving.
Yes, it is. Back move view up here.
I'm short
Talk to
gold.
me.
I'm short gold. I'm short gold. Let's do this. Let's do this, Coach Shay. We just broke through this pivot. So lower high. Let's get the gold. It's so boring. 1 micro. Look at that. There's $10. There's $10. What is this?
Is it that easy?
I mean,
you got to talk about this trade. What were you seeing here? I see your drawings there. Because
it's 1 micro is not paying me very much. Well, I'm used to silver during slow markets.
Hey,
but hey, a trade's a trade. Process over profits. It just doesn't feel the 100%. Same. Yep. Just adjustment. Let's see if we get continuation. You see this pattern I just pointed out, right? Here's the high. Here's the pivot low. We made a lower high, and then we broke. We just broke. I mean, does it really need to get more complicated than that? Simplicity. Let's see if we get continuation. If we get up here, maybe I get into a second or third contract because of it's micro. These are true micros. This feels like a true micro. I'm silver addicted. I've been addicted to silver. What are you looking at, Jay? You're smiling.
Sorry, I was just reading some messages, but no,
Okay,
I
all
mean,
good.
also I'm looking at this trade. This is a great trade you just put on here. You know, you just sell it and it instantly goes in your favor. Also, Peter Schapp asking
I
to
added.
look at you added short 2.
Yeah, short 2. 55.65. See if we go. But sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. Taking a look at the Russell. We'll look at it in a little bit when Dakota gets out of this trade. I don't disagree, Peter Schapp, that it looks like a decent sell opportunity. Talked about this last night. I don't love trading the Russell overnight just because it does so on lower volume. If you're in the chat and you asked me about the Russell yesterday, hopefully you took that long. But what we talked about, that 200 moving average, 26.94, we rejected right at that price. So I actually do like Russell shorts. Again, anything we say is for educational purposes only. We're below the 200 moving average, which is starting to trend lower. We're seeing buying coming into the S&P and the NASDAQ, which could be rotation out of whatever's in the Russell back into tech. So it looks like a decent short. I just don't love trading it in the overnight session. It moves very well during New York, but in the overnight session, it's usually kind of quiet.
Fair enough. Yeah, chat. My silver addiction is well documented on the YouTube, right? It's the transition of silver, and I'm still a silver trader. It's just been insane volatility. It's, feels nice to trade the NASDAQ, a slower market, so to speak, and now gold. It's not slower, but micros feels like a true micro where I could scale in and scale out, unlike silver where you put on one micro and you're like, you get minimum risk $500 minimum. All right. I don't think I'm going to add any more on this one. I'm just going to let it play out. Just going to let it play out here. Gold was the gateway drug for silver. I mean, not wrong. Metals are metals. And they're rocking tonight. Let me get some music on.
The market open, market close things, guys, I think has something to do with the volatility, velocity logic, like MP was talking about. Just be aware that that's something that happens in that silver market. I don't have the exact answer, but just be careful there. Andre says, "Oh boy, it looks like we got some traders learning what slippage is in thin markets." Yeah, I mean, let's take a look. Let's look at this gold dom right now.
Oh, you're
6-7 tick spread.
Yeah, pull up the gold dom. Pull up the gold dom.
1 second. Let me
I'm
slide this
micros.
over
I'm
here.
in micros. So
here's gold. Depth of market. You can look at 4 ticks, 6 ticks, 10 ticks.
Yep.
10 ticks in the big contract in gold is how much money? $100.
$100.
So if you are trading in this market, I'll pull up silver. Give me 1 second here. Let's pull up the big silver contract. You're trading the big silver contract right now, 10 tick spread. How much money is that? That is $200, $250. So just understand that slippage is a real thing, even with a simulated market. The simulated market does a great job of replicating what happens in the real markets. So understand slippage. I posted this on Twitter the other day. When somebody says that volume doesn't matter, ask them how they would trade silver with a live account, big silver with a live account. If the answer is anything other than a limit order or I won't trade it,
yeah,
maybe orders. Talk to somebody else about trading.
Limit orders in this type of market, especially during the Asian session, right? The Asian session is a lot more thin.
Yeah,
it's a lot more thin. I think that's the best way for me to
we'll look at the micros, thinner spread, right? Or a closer spread in the micros, right? Where it's only 4 to 5 ticks. And that's why we say, trade the micros. It's not just because it's a smaller account size. You're paying less to get into a trade, especially if you're using market orders. If you are not aware of the spread in a market that you're trading market orders, look at platinum right now. If you market order into platinum, you're paying up 40 ticks, 25 ticks to get into the market. That's anywhere from $100 to $250 just to get into a trade. And then we have traders who are saying, "Oh, I only want to lose $200 in a day." How do you manage your risk?
Yeah, it's hard. You can't, right? It's very, very difficult. You have to be insanely accurate. And even then, Yeah, any little wiggle. And honestly, that's a little bit of that difficulty on, not the spread or the slippage, but on silver, right? You trade 1 micro on silver, you don't have much room to be wrong. Yeah, Andre. Thank God we're learning about this in a simulated environment. The beauty of a prop.
How many likes are we at?
How many likes are we at? Almost. The goal is 700. 700. And you know what you get if you get 700. I put it out there.
Yeah. When you say the spread, are you looking at the difference between the bid and the ask? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we're looking at the price in between the bid and the ask. And if you're trading stocks, and some of you may have heard me say this, especially if you're a tape reader, if you're trading stocks, it's a lot easier to read tape if you're a stock trader, because you're watching someone cross the spread a lot of time. So you can tell whether or not there's aggressive buyers or sellers. It's a little harder in the equity markets and the futures markets that we trade, but yeah, that's what we're talking about as far as the spread.
Yes. Yep. Limit orders, I very rarely use a market order. One time I use a market order is usually when it's my stop, because stops are market orders. Catherine says CME velocity logic is not slippage. Never did mention that. Never did say it. But however, it could be a cause of slippage. No?
Yep. Yeah, could be.
What are you looking at?
Why did I lose? I'm looking at gold. I'm looking at gold.
What?
Man.
What?
So I was
what?
long.
Am I just seeing this for the first time?
What happened?
What's that up there? What's that P&L up there? Way up. Way up.
It's a couple dollars, man. Don't worry about it.
Is that 5 G's?
It's a couple bucks.
Is that a couple bucks for you, Jay? I need.
That's the process. That's the process.
Jay's over here just quietly repping $5,000 tonight in a trade.
It's all the process. We're looking for another trade here, to be honest.
You can find me a couple bucks. Find me a couple bucks over there. Let me hold $1. Jay.
It was long gold, man. It was long gold. So after at the buzzer, Coach Paul and I did our post at the buzzer talk. We were talking about exactly what we were just saying here. Assets priced in the dollar and things like that. And then we said, oh, you know what? The markets are about to open again. And one of the trades that we talk about, if you join at the buzzer, you know exactly what I'm looking at here. We did it on a 1-minute chart in this case, but we had some urgency early. Market opens up, 1-minute opening range on the Globex Open. Price and volume leave that range to the upside. On the pullback to volume, I got in long here, got in long 1, and added a second contract on this breakout. 55.35 was my target, and just let it work from there. Maybe I need to shoot for bigger targets though, because the market ran like 90 points.
Bigger targets.
from where I got out, but hey.
If only you had a runner.
About it.
Man.
If only I had a runner.
Man.
If only I had a runner.
Andre again. Thank goodness we're learning about this, about thin and volatile markets in the sim environment. Once again, Andre, yes, 100%. And gold's still rocking. I'm still in this short gold trade in my live account, and we are rocking. This is micros. It's different than those minis, because if we pull up the DOM, depth of market, in a micros, that's a lot healthier. 1 to 2 tick spread in micros is a lot healthier than those minis. Yeah, this is a micro. I'll show you what the mini is. Right, mini. Oh, that's ugly, right? There's the spread. Very, very thin. Micros, a lot better. So there's a good demonstration.
For our friend Zach, if you can I was going to wait until the end of the month, but if you can just pull up my screen real quick. Zach says, but isn't Jay down for the month? Real quick, if you can just pull up my screen.
Oh, all right.
No, Zach, we're not. We're not. You can go back to your trade, Dakota. Thanks.
No, just let that sink in.
Follow your process, man. Follow the process.
All right, I took one off right there at 55.58. We're getting some nice 3-bar reversal signaling here. Took one contract off. Oh man, how much I missed taking these contracts on and off. not just all in, all out with the silver. It allows me to maybe take advantage of a bigger move here. See if we can get any
Beautiful
more
trade.
follow through. Insane market. Yep, spread that out. Jay, hey, we are. It's for transparency purposes, right, Jay?
Yeah. No. I didn't say I was down earlier this month. Last year, I mean, full transparency, yeah. Last year was a shitty year for me trading. Did not trade well at all last year. Ended up down on the year. And that's why I say, and again, this is not for flexing purposes. We're just having a little fun here. But it's the reality of trading. I am, if you look at it on a grander scale, I'm up overall as far as day trading goes. But last year was a struggle. So I think it's important as a trader to celebrate when things are going well, but also understand that it's a function of your process, right? We talked about this during At the Buzzer earlier today. Everything that happens in your trading is a result of a decision that you make. And when you make better decisions, hopefully you see better results, right? You try to put the odds in your favor. But again, that P&L is just a function of following a process and nothing more. I'm not better than the markets. I probably shouldn't have even done that because now I'm going to have a losing day that I didn't measure for, but just follow the process. Just follow the process.
Hey, we all go through ups and downs, man. I know you and everybody here has seen. I don't think you are a true trader. If you haven't went through a few struggles, minimum, like every single year, then are you a trader? Are you really a trader? I've went through a few. Even since I started here at Topstep, I've went through 3 good ones, 3 good struggles, where I've had to take a step back, and it's just part of the process.
100%. 100%. And I know it's going to happen again, right? There's going to be a drawdown period again, and it's about how you respond to it. How you respond to it. Dre says chat is fired up. Love it. We appreciate you all joining here. This is an awesome show. I love doing this.
More the merrier. More the merrier. Come in, ask your questions. Fired up. We're watching us trade these markets. These markets are just so volatile. I might just bail on this trade. Let's see.
Short
we V-shaped. We V-shaped right there. We're having a hard time picking a direction in gold. Someone says no, Dakota. Maybe. Hey, I already took profit for 1 contract. I still have 2 contracts on, but looking and thinking about bailing out of it. There you go. There's mine. See how we just kind of consolidating here? Range bound. More likes, people? Yeah, 700 likes. I'll show you. I still like this trade. Let's see how this one just plays out. Gold only goes up. Don't pick a direction. Well, you can't trade if you don't pick direction. Manage your risk. Last year, as in 2025, yeah. New Year's resolution. Gold and silver is, they're making their New Year's resolution heard. Test Asian highs?
Yes, they are.
Can gold test these Asian highs? Maybe.
Okay, back to break even here. You have a target for this, Dakota, or?
I had 3 contracts. I took 1 off for profit already. I wouldn't mind to retest the 5,500. Which is weird to say. I want $60, $66 out of this move. But I'll take what the market gives me. That's about it. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about multiple contracts. I could take 1 or 2 off and then leave a runner because this thing just decides to reverse and just sell off and maybe retest 5,400. I'm not gonna step in its way. I'm not gonna get in the way. It's like, hey, I don't want to make too much profit. Look at that little dump. Oh wow, just Casual 17. We got to switch this to ticks. Whenever I'm trading metals, it's ticks. And it looks bigger. Whoa, where'd it go? I switched back and forth and we're down. All right, I'm going to take one more off right there. Just 300 ticks in my face. And that's why I don't. Oh, man. Mooney says, damn, called it. Oh, you're seeing it here live. Seeing it here live. Wow. Man.
Beautiful trade.
Look at that.
I was just going to say, I got disconnected for a second. I like VWAP as a target. I think it's down at 35s, but this is...
yeah,
Did you get there?
I took another one off right there. I think I got it at 42. All right. Down we go. Is this... 34. 340 ticks in this short gold.
Insane. Insane.
We got the gold fever. Let's see 5,500. Maybe we
VWAP bounce right there.
All right.
That low is VWAP.
All roads.
All roads. Yeah, Chris, I like Christopher. I like that question. Maybe we can talk about that.
Let's. I'm not paying too much attention to the chat. Focusing on this trade.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after this trade. But it was, you know, all-time losses. How do you let go of those? That was a really big thing for me. Where you have a number in your head, and you know, maybe you start trading really well and things start going well, but you keep that number in your head. How do you separate from that? It's a really good question. It doesn't get talked about a lot. So shout out to whoever asked that question in the chat.
Yeah.
But, that low was VWAP to a tick there.
That was VWAP to a tick.
Yeah, who bought that?
Oh, I'll let you know. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I lost my screens for a second. I'll bring it back up.
Coach Shoop said, me too. We talked about it in group coaching today. Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good question.
There we go. Yeah, we bounced off VWAP to the tick.
Yeah.
Let's make a lower high here so I can move my stop loss in more. 250 ticks on gold. Someone said how to stop buy at VWAP, so you're saying happy then. Very happy. And you know what? On that note, other than that, let's get up to that $700 like goal, which isn't very difficult. Get 700 likes. We also have hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. Show us what you got. I don't think. Yeah. There's the man.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just a reference. I cracked myself up. In the YouTube chat, there's
show
my
me what
Twitter.
you got.
Yeah. There's my Twitter, and then there's my Instagram. Tag me, hashtag slow markets, and tag me. If I like it, share your trades, share your setup. We'll share it during slow markets. I'll bring it on air. I'll show it on air. Yeah, I'll go through. I already have a bunch already in the books ready to go. But yeah, let's see some of the good stuff. Some of that good stuff. All right, Jay, hit me with that VWAP. Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, perfect bounce off of it. I had a quick little internet outage. I think they knew I was going to buy VWAP again. They tried to keep me out of that trade because that was a nice 20-point bounce from VWAP there. Let's see what happens. If that bounce doesn't sustain, what I'm looking at is, oh, you know what it was, Dakota? Top of the hour.
Top of the hour?
Top of the hour came in right there. We're holding that candle that tested VWAP right now. You still in short one?
Yeah, I'm short one from 55.68.
Nice. Yeah, 55.68. That high, that 1 minute candle is 58. So as long as that holds, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, let's go for settlement.
Yeah,
Where's settlement at, Coach J? It's way down there.
Settlement, yeah. 53.40.
53.40. He's wow. Yeah.
53.40.
Yep, this is just a runner. This is just a runner. I'll switch to my charts. Yep, you see I took profit up $283. This one is just a runner. Just let it run. Tight. And I'll just continue to tighten up this stop loss if we continue to go down. What just some insane moves. Road trades, you got a series 3. Congratulations.
Congrats. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
Get the likes up. We're almost to 700 likes. We got to 200,000 subscribers during slow markets. Man, we don't get slow markets like we used to, man. This has been Fast Markets 2.0 every night.
Have you considered changing the name?
No. No.
Yeah.
Like,
Fast
one
Markets
day,
2.
no. We're sticking. OG slow market traders.
Faster markets.
Slow-ish markets.
Yeah.
No,
do I have socials? Yeah, I'll share them. Give me a second. I'll share my Twitter page here. Gotta do more self-promotion.
Yeah.
So let me get the link
Shameless
to
plug,
my
man.
Twitter / shameless plug. My most recent Twitter post is a retweet from the GOAT talking about another GOAT who should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I have no idea how Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Fame coach, but
LeBron James was talking about him.
Yeah, he agreed. So there's no way that Bill Belichick isn't a first-time Hall of Fame coach. And I agree.
You meant the post that you put about that can happen to anyone.
Oh, it can happen to anyone.
It can. Yeah.
Yep.
I think today was a really clear example, Coach Jay, of the difference between what I've always had an issue with in this industry versus just trying to think of the correct way to put it since I'm on air and it's recorded. Today was an example that highlighted the bias that you knew was there.
Yeah.
And everyone tried to hide it, right?
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
That's all there is to say.
Yep. But, yep. If you know, you know. Pour us a cup of tea. Not chismoso.
There you go. Another VWAP test there. Holding again.
Let's see if we see what happens. I moved my stop loss no matter what. There was a green trade. Benny. Target. Nailed it. No. Nope. All positive vibes. Man, we bounced right off that VWAP again.
Yeah, it's holding. Very similar to silver last night. See if we get the bounce. Close above 58, so I think they probably try to run this again to 80s.
Yeah, I might just bail out of this. Just take profits for the last one if we break above 56, maybe 57. Yeah, let's take that. 430. 430 for the win. 430 for the win. We didn't get that crazy sell-off that we could have happened, right? We could have had one that was similar to this. If we get to 700 likes, I'll explain it more in depth. I mean, catch one of those. Just what do you call those kind of candles? Just anything I call them is not appropriate for YouTube.
GTFO candle. We'll call it a GTFO candle.
Fair enough.
That's what Coach Paul calls it.
Yeah. Yes. This is crazy.
There you go. Just close above 58s here.
My kind of candle. All right, we'll switch it. Yeah, man, that's a nice double VWAP bounce. I know there's traders in the chat that
Somebody bought that.
Caught this. I'm seeing some submissions, but I don't see any good VWAP submissions on the Twitterverse. Let's see. Who caught it on the VWAP?
All right, what's this risk here? I don't hate this long. I'm long 1 micro.
Okay.
Risk is going to go below that candle's low, below that VWAP, so about 270 bucks right now. Let's see if we get these 280s. We closed above that high volume candle.
Okay.
So I'm long from 559.60.
And we're just passing it back and forth right here.
Yeah, pass the ball. Pass the rock. Let's see here. I honestly, I should be buying this off of VWAP, so I'm a little late here, but I do like that this candle just closed above this high. So we'll see. If we get back down to VWAP and don't stop me out, I may add to this trade. But this trade should be, you know what? Since it should be, I'm taking it off. Bad trade location, not gonna take it. $12 loss, that's okay. Take it where you're supposed to, or don't take the trade.
Hey, you know what? Great call on that one. You just scratched
and
it. Just said,
yeah, this is gonna work. It's gonna work. But someone had asked earlier, what is my, and I like the question. I like the way they worded the question. What is your leak as a trader? And it's taking marginal trades, right? Taking trades where, for my process, I think I measure my process really well. If I take trades that are not part of my process, I give money back to the markets, right? So that trade was trying to catch what I should have done at VWAP. I'm out. So
good.
And you can see it.
Amazing.
It's pulling back.
And it feels even better. You know, that market just confirmed you made that right decision. Right?
100%.
I know it'd feel bad if the market just kept ripping up, but you still have to make that same decision, regardless of what happens after that decision.
Yep.
I'm gonna be sitting here saying, if only I had a runner.
Yeah. I will take this long off of VWAP here. I will say that. If this holds VWAP, I will take that long. But that trade was not it. And you know, that's because there's always that question, right? Like, do you get smarter once you get into the trade? But I think the one thing that you can ask yourself is the trade that I just took part of my process? Right? Because you can be in it. And of course, we all do the same thing. You get into a trade and what do you want? You don't want it to go against you, right? You try to rationalize why this trade should work instead of saying, hey, you just made a shitty decision, make a better one. And that's what I just did there, right? You made a bad decision. You don't have to live with it. You could change your mind. That was not a good trade location.
Yep. But and that's great. And I know you not saying, oh, I'm up money, so I'm just not going to lose it. I mean, you would do the same that decision if that was your first trade of the night, or if you were down money or up money, right?
100%. Yeah, that was poor trade location.
Okay.
So, you know, I would like to think that whether that was my first trade or whether that was my last trade of the day, you know, I would make that decision. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just live with it and you try to convince yourself that, oh no, I took a good trade. But Hogue has that question in the emotional trade journal, right? After you take a trade or right before you take a trade, is this trade in my best interest? And this one was not. And we're seeing the result of that. So good cut.
Good cut. Yeah, good cut. Green on the screen. You know, that's green on the screen. Doesn't matter that you changed it to gray. You're up.
Gray on the screen.
Yeah, you're up 5 racks. I'm green on the screen, up 430.
Yep.
Here we go.
Din, at this point, I don't journal my trades with pen and paper. For the most part, I remember what I do throughout the day. And it's a real quick review at the end of the day, usually during at the buzzer, and then I just go from there. I stopped pen and paper journals a long time ago. What I'll do now is if there's like one big theme that fits the day, I'll just write that word. I try to keep my journals to one word if I'm going to write it down, or maybe a phrase. And then, you know, we trade so much on TopstepTV that's our journal.
Yeah. Yep. Let's get this. How close are we to 700 likes? We are almost at the bottom of the hour. We got 13 minutes. We see another spike of liquidity, maybe get us into a, I mean, these markets are moving. I'm watching them, and it's not just gold. I'm looking at a little bit of silver too. Silver's, I don't want to say it's not doing much. It's still moving, but it's more range bound. It's hanging around, 118.45. It's weird quoting silver 118. And wow, yeah, and 17. So this is still a 300 plus tick range. That this used to be like well over the daily range just a month ago. Yeah, still really volatile. And go back to some golds. What's NASDAQ doing? What are we doing in NASDAQ? Selling off still? No. You can see there's the earnings. Whole lot of nothing on NASDAQ, huh? Kind of just, we opened up, it didn't really do much. Just sideways throughout the whole afternoon. Lots of indecision. Back to gold. Someone said gold will flush. I'm leaning that side too. I think we can come back down and test 5,500. What's your thoughts?
Waiting to see what we do at VWAP here. We got pretty close to it on that little sell-off there. We stopped about 2 points off of it.
Okay.
Honestly, I think we sit in this consolidation for a little bit. What time is it? We've got 12 minutes to the bottom of the hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we sat in this 15-point range for a little while. It seems like the flow, the volume starting to slow down a little bit. Puppy's doing good. He just went to the vet yesterday. Got his rabies shot. And got a microchipped.
You got a microchip?
But he got a microchipped.
Dude has a microchip in him.
Yeah. He's a robot dog now. But he's doing good. He's doing good. Zero to Funded is asking, what about life outside of trading, food, workout, meditation? Yeah, all that stuff is important. I was actually just talking to some friends about just getting older and making sure you take care of your body physically, right? And it's important, and it translates into trading. I haven't been in the gym in a little while. Had some stuff going on, so I took some time off, but I'm getting back into it. I got a alarm on my calendar set for tomorrow to get back in the gym tomorrow morning, so we'll be back. Good.
As long as you're feeling better, man. I know. Don't want to just get at it a little too soon. It's 5:45. We just bounce off VWAP again.
Close to it. We got about 2 points. 2 points away from it.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty close. Pretty close. Kind of slowing down a little bit. Going through these other markets. Bottom of the hour in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. NASDAQ still going sideways. Silver bugs. Silver's up 3%. Yes, it was 10% off its lows. We were around 110. Now we're, $8 higher. $8 higher. And gold. Yeah, gold's bouncing right there. I'm going to keep going through some of these hashtag slow markets. Now we're getting some of the good submissions. Now we got some of the good submissions on the hashtag slow markets. I would love to share that one. Sylvester. I would love to share that. You probably shouldn't.
Make sure they're at least PG-13, right? We can share some stuff on the show, but we don't want to get taken down by YouTube. So
I'll share it with you, Coach Jay. This is funny. You deserve a like. You deserve a like on that. Here.
If you want to find it, you can find it on Twitter, on X. Just be careful there. That whatever that algo is on Twitter. I don't know what they got going on over there, but it's a wild place.
Yeah, there we go. Got some good ones. All right, Marcos. Yeah. Traders are trading it up. All right, so gold might be breaking down here. Break it down. It held. Did that? Was that one VWAP?
A couple ticks off.
Okay.
No, Gandhi, I flattened that trade. I took that trade for $12 loss. Like I said, the trade location was not great. So I took it off. Trying to see what happens here in this range. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see us consolidate in this range, in this 20-point range, at least to the bottom of the hour. So we got 7 minutes here.
Okay.
So I'm going to be patient.
Yeah. Yep. No trade for me until after the bottom of the hour comes. Let's see if we could find something between now and then. So here's two hashtag slow markets, early submissions. Live with the gang. Let's go. Looks like they are trading it up as well. Green on the screen in your XFA. Great work, James. And then Marcos. Thanks, slow markets. Coach Dakota. Green on the screen. Amazing for me after all the hard work. Thank you, Dakota, Jay, and Topstep. First payout on the way. Help me a lot and not trade alone. Trust the process. Love seeing that one.
Love to see it.
You know what? This was not a hashtag slow market submission. This is one that I don't know how to explain it. It's just one that a feel good one, right?
Okay.
Feel good. Yeah, that's all best way I could explain it. Made me. It's just what we do this for, right? I reposted it, reshared it, but I'm gonna do it again because I love seeing this. This is why I do it 1000% of the time. Absolutely love this. Stephen Beck, trading. Wow, the economics around it speak to me. Today I submitted for my second and third, not first, my second and third payout with Topstep. As a teacher and a retired disabled veteran, these payouts help bridge the gap. Special thanks to Coach Dakota for coaching and TopstepTV for being there 24/7 with an analysis. Absolutely love that.
Love to see that.
Trading in prop firms are a stepping stone to have this type of opportunity that you otherwise wouldn't on your own. It's amazing to see that. That's what I do it for.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Really love to see that. And a teacher as well.
Yeah.
Us being coaches, shout out to the teachers out there. That is a very important job.
Yeah.
Very important
job. Where do you find time, right? Like, where do you find time to dedicate to trading? And it takes some dedication if you have a full-time job to learn how to trade and then get not just one, like 3 payouts.
100%. Underappreciated is a great word, Gandhi. Underappreciated. Shout out to all the teachers. I coached in a high school for 3 years, and even that, I was teaching basketball, and I'm like, damn, how do they deal with these kids every day?
Hey, you talk about needing some patience. You gotta.
Yeah.
That's definitely up there, man. Getting the patience as a teacher. I mean, I like to think that I have patience with the audience, but I could just, someone acts up. Hey,
yep.
See ya. Just put them in timeout for like 15 minutes. I don't have to, see them. So, yeah, big shout out to everybody.
For Amir in the chat asking what settings I'm using for VWAP, I'll pull them up real quick. There's standard settings, right? This red line that you see on my chart right now is VWAP. I don't think it starts off as red, but I changed it to red. And high-low close 3 session VWAP. That's just going to give me the full day. And then what you'll see me do throughout the day is anchor a VWAP. And I have it in this little drawing tool panel here. If you go 5 icons down on the left side, you got anchored VWAP halfway through that menu under volume based. Add a star to it if you're going to use it all the time. But it's the two candles with a line going through it. And I'll anchor that VWAP to events, right? So The FOMC rate decision today, I'll anchor a VWAP there. The Shanghai session open, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'll anchor a VWAP there, right? That's that yellow line now. I'll anchor VWAP to high volume candles, but they're all standard settings.
Yeah. Nice. And we're getting submissions in here like crazy. Nothing's really happening. We have about 2.5 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Beautiful. Thanks. Perfect explanation, Coach J. Here we go. Day trading Zay. Another man. These traders just taking these payouts.
Yeah.
Another payout.
Amazing.
Up 1,000 in my XFA on slow markets. And SJR trades. Another 2 max payouts today. Man, thank you, Coach Dakota. Coach J.
NASDAQ is starting to bid here.
Payout after payout from the community. Yeah, NASDAQ starting to buy out. We bounced off that 6,100. We're up 70 points, almost 100 points from this low. So that's still pretty volatile. 86 points off that low.
Dre, I saw your comment in the chat. He says, how am I down money buying gold today? It's such a wild market. It's such a wild market. Hey, I've heard Andre say one time, I would rather lose money buying this market, and I could not agree more. If I'm going to lose money, it's going to be to the long side in gold today, unless we get one of those gold, and we kind of got it. So, you know, these average, these like ridiculous pullbacks that we see in gold, Dakota, where the number was $80, right? That's what I was kind of sticking to, right? Gold would make an all-time high and sell off $80.
Okay.
This is $125 from that high.
And it's not a blow off top.
No, it's not.
It's just a small pullback. I don't know. Is
yeah,
small the right
right.
word?
Like,
what's the percentage in that pullback? Well, no, it's not even 150 points.
150 points, right? That's insane.
Yeah, 1,500 ticks, 2.75%. What insane! So it's
in 18 minutes.
18 minutes. Yeah, let's take a look at silver. So this is long silver. I was kind of been range trading, range bound. We got 30 seconds till the bottom of the hour. Eyes have been on gold tonight. Gold is the show of the night. Let's see if we can see something here. Gold held that VWAP.
It's holding that VWAP. Yep, that was the buy. That was the buy. That bad trade location was not it. Here we go, bottom of the hour. Now we're gonna go.
Look at that bounce. That bounce. I'm gonna put a silver chart on the left. Let's take a. We'll watch them both.
Mindset Tuner asking whether or not scalping, just Topstep sees scalping is high risk. When they're looking at the live accounts, and I can't speak for the risk managers as far as what they look for call ups and things like that. Scalping is not an issue. Scalping is not an issue. What they're looking at is account management overall. So if you scalp and that's your strategy, that's how you make money, go ahead and do it. I know some other places probably don't agree with that, but we understand that there's a bunch of different ways to trade, but there's probably not as many ways to manage an account, and that's probably the bigger focus.
Agreed. I'm going to touch base on that in a second, but look at these markets. They're ripping.
Cooking.
We've held the VWAP. The silver's on the left, gold's on the right. Just higher lows. Nice call out. I seen someone just a moment ago said they were long silver. Great work. And hold it for a half an hour. Okay. All right. Hopefully you're in it and it works out for you. I could see silver getting back up to 118, maybe the top end of this range, right? Range bound trading. Buy low, sell high. Well, if you bought low, you're sitting in a very good place. Question is, do we come back up to these 118.40s to give you an opportunity to sell it? And gold is just taking off. That was
VWAP
the long.
was the buy. VWAP was the long. 100%. Anyone take that? Again, anything we share here is for educational purposes only, but hopefully you see why I cut that trade. You know, we get a little distracted sometimes doing the show as well. So I probably should have got back in long there, but hopefully you see why I cut that trade and said, I'll wait for better trade location. Where even if this works out, I don't care. I made my decision, but that VWAP was a better trade location.
Yeah, it was. Now, back to the topic. Yeah. Scalping. If you can make money in these markets, I don't think I've ever seen, like, in any of my conversations, you know, talking to the risk team, hey, there's so many ways to make money in these markets. They're not going to, like, hey, you were in that trade for 10 seconds and it worked out. Great. If you have a nice, whatever you define as a scalp, you know, 10, 20, 30 seconds, and it works, you're playing breakouts, getting that momentum, or you're holding a trade for an hour. If you could, you know, manage the account, the risk management, and find success, and then duplicate that, transfers over to a live account.
Yep.
And you can do it in a live account. Like, why not? Like, you're taking money from the markets. That's it. Not taking advantage of a what do you call it? A sim account.
Right. The one thing I have heard the risk management team say, and you've all heard this as well, if you watch Shoulder Tap, when they share the stats of traders, a lot of the traders that they share that are doing well are holding on to trades longer. So maybe you could take that for some information, but you know, we've seen scalpers do well as well. So, you know, trade your strategy. You don't have to worry about somebody saying, hey, send us a blood sample and your birth certificate and recordings of your last 48 trades to get your payout. Don't got to worry about that.
Your strategy.
Right.
Yeah. Nope. Just simple, straightforward. Yeah, typically, yeah. And a lot of those the statistics that me and you've reviewed too, Coach Jay. Some of the better traders, the longer you hold the trade, the higher the probability of profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So one thing that to me that's interesting about hold times, because I think my average hold time is about, on this account, I think it's about 5 or 6 minutes. And I was talking to Anne-Marie about this, but hold time and in between trade time, it might take me 3 hours to get into a trade for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that might not attribute to my hold time, but again, it might take me a while to even wait for an opportunity. I wish there was a way to track that.
It'd be interesting. And Daryl Rubin says, but you aren't taking money from the markets, you're taking it from money from Topstep. Incorrect. In the live account, you're taking money from the markets. The goal is to get traders into a live environment. Simulated environment is to practice, hone your strategy. Once you're able to show consistency, get to a live account. Make money in a live account, you're taking it from the market. That's the goal. Yep.
So seeing the market slow down. We're in this range.
I mean, gold's still going. It's going slower than it was.
Yeah, right.
We got a little jaded to all that volatility there.
Yeah, right. And where are the 100-point moves?
Exactly. We're almost to that. We almost did that 700 light goal. Like I said, I got the good stuff if you guys want to see it. But you guys got to at least hit the like take profit.
What are we at right now?
I don't know.
I see 483. That's just not going to cut it.
No. They had better commitment going for the subscriber goal, man.
All right.
12 payouts so far. What's the process to go to a live funded? If you have 12 payouts on a single account, I guarantee you they're watching. You can even yeah. Like, hey, it's just a matter of time. And look at gold keep going. It's cooking. Do we break through these 5580s? We're in the 70s. These are
that's above 58s. And this is what I was saying on that trade. If I was patient enough and took it off of VWAP, I'd still be in this, but above 58s, when we get to 80s, I think is the target.
We are committed. I would say the majority of slow markets is committed. Yeah, here we go. Here goes gold. Long and strong.
69% long. 69% long. Nice.
I mean, the market's liking that. Is it? Market's liking the like button. Let's keep going. 55.75. The VWAP held like a champ.
Yeah, it did. That's why it'll always be on my chart somewhere. Sometimes the market doesn't respect it, but I mean, when it does what it just did,
it seems easy, right? It's like,
it seems
right?
easy if you
too easy and simple when it does work out like that.
Yeah, just buy it off the red line.
Yeah, I'm targeting NQ 26.27s overnight. So okay. Crazy that people are still buying up here. Some people are forced to buy, right? You know, if you're short and you're closing your short out, that's actually buying it.
Or if you are a end user or producer of the product, right? There are businesses that still have to operate with these gold prices right now, and they don't have a choice.
That's a big factor, and a lot of the conversation that's been being held on silver, right? I know during Power Hour, Adobe was sitting there listing off of all the uses of silver, and it's like, regardless, sometimes, no matter what the price is, if you need this product or this, what do we call it, input, cost of goods, or silver, commodity, to build your product, you have to pay the price. But sometimes it's just a lack of poor planning, man. You should have 2 or 3 years worth of inventory.
Right.
If you're buying future contracts, I'm just saying future contracts.
Right.
Because you just don't buy a future contract and say, okay, I have the product. You wait for expiration, you go through the whole delivery process, and who knows how long that's going to be taking.
Struggling Paper's Hands says, but these prices are insane. They are. Not disagreeing with you there. These prices are pretty nuts, especially if you look at where we came from, right? This has been a pretty quick rally to over 5,000 in gold. A month ago, we were trading in the 4,000 handle, and now we're almost at 6,000s.
We're gonna be at 6,000 before we know it.
What is happening? What is happening here?
How's the dollar doing tonight?
Let's take a look. I can pull up that chart. Tonight, the dollar it rallied a little bit, kind of closed a gap, and trading right back down, $96 right now, DXY. It doesn't look great. Again, I shared something from Bar Chart on Twitter the other day, but there's a 14-year trend line that they had, and we're below that trend line in the dollar. Yep, this yellow one right here.
What's that big white line?
That big white line is the 200 moving average. So this is a monthly chart. So that's the 200 on the monthly, which isn't great data because you need at least 200 months to average it out. But we can go to a weekly, and that's the 200 moving average on the weekly.
Okay. It's not looking too hot, huh?
Not at all. Not at all. Charles Williams, what's that white line? 200 moving average. Here it is on the 30-minute. Yeah, it's just dollar's been getting beat up a little bit. Which means we have to try to make more of them in these markets. Nice rejection at those 80s there in gold. 78.40 is that high. You typing up an essay over there, Dakota?
Huh? No, I'm trying to... Very strongly worded one. Can you hear my mouse? Or is my keyboard? On a scale of 1 to barren, how's my keyboard?
On a scale of 1 to barren, I can't hear it at all. Barron is over there slamming on those keys, but...
Look at this sell-off here on gold again.
Right back down. Rejection at those 80s. Stuck in this range right now. What? So...
Wow. Double top double top right here. I'm seeing maybe we see a lower high if we start to break through these 5530s. I can see gold retesting 5500.
This is where, so that the pace is definitely slowed down, right? Clearly the pace has slowed down since the market opened. This is where I think it's important to have reasonable targets, right? There could have been somebody saying, oh, we're going to all-time highs here. Maybe, and maybe on the time frame that you're looking at, but on the time frame I'm looking at, this is starting to look like a range-bound market. And we see this happen, right? When the volume slows down,
correct,
there's less follow-through in some of these moves. Right back to VWAP here.
I think we just smashed through this time. Let's see. I missed a short, I think. Yeah. Yep, I missed that short right there. Just break through this. We'll watch. Maybe it sets up. Maybe we can get an opportunity to short this. Speaking on that scariness of the dollar, man. Now, we did the risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. This really is my opinion. I don't get too far in depth. Is it? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Was it not the devaluation of the currency that took down the Roman Empire?
I'm pretty sure that's what's taken down every empire in the history of time.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave you. Sorry, I'm just like, just throwing that out there. I not here to scare people, but food for thought.
I bought Bitcoin today.
You bought Bitcoin.
Not financial advice, but hey, you gotta hedge your bets.
Fair enough. I'm still sitting on like 12 ounces of gold here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I need to be able to sell them, right? For what though?
Yeah, this is that's why you gotta. So okay, so real talk here for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, and again, I'm not gonna put on an economist hat. I'm just gonna think as Jay right now. If that's the case, and we have the opportunity to extract profits from these markets, right? I think we should take this opportunity seriously as much as possible. Right. And I say that because, there's traders that I've seen recently that have had, some pretty big P&Ls in an XFA and they lose it in a day. Right. You do all this work, build up $40,000, $50,000 balance in an XFA and you lose it. I'm talking to those traders specifically right now. Listen to what Dakota just said, right? And we can see it. The dollar is failing right now. So why are we trading? It's for the opportunity to take money out of the markets, to do whatever you want with it, right?
Yeah.
Shit costs money in life, right? Whether that's your rent, your mortgage, your kids' school payments, food, all that stuff. Things cost money. And this is a real opportunity to take money from these markets. And yes, there's an opportunity to lose as well. But when you build a balance in an account, the way I'm looking at this right now is if I'm able to take money out of the markets, I should be a good steward of what I'm able to take out of the markets right now. If you want to take it and throw it back, that's fine, but just understand, day by day, the value of the dollar is decreasing. So I'm trying to make more of them and figure out what we're going to do with it. So respect the opportunity that we have here. That's all I'm trying to say.
Fair enough. We have those opportunities. We do every single day. Pull the money out, seeing these payouts, seeing all these hashtag slow market traders. They're pulling money out of these markets, and it's there. Man, lots of traders now submitting hashtag slow markets. Let's get to that 700 likes, and then I'm going to share this and walk through this trade that I did take before slow markets. So get to 700 likes. I'll share a big... It was, what, 5 figures? It was 5 figures in a matter of like 5 minutes. I took right before slow markets. But great trading. I'm seeing it. Another trader, David, shout out to you. No context, plus 720 in your XFA. Looks like you're trading gold as well. Another trader, don't know how to pronounce this name, but up 2,300 in XFA. from gold. Last trade for this session. Thanks, Dakota and Jay. Hashtag slow markets. And, you know, they traded gold. They bought the dip. They bought the dip. Great work. Great work.
Buy the dip. Buy the dip. We are stuck in this range here in gold. We're right at the top of the hour. 9 p.m. Central, we had a aggressive sell-off, and we haven't left that candle since.
Yeah.
So range traders, time to eat until it breaks.
Call up Dobie. Call up Dobie. So I'm gonna trust that we get to those 700 likes, and I'm just gonna share this anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, we're at 600, so I trust that the audience will get us to 700 before the end of slow markets. But nice. I'm going to show and break down the trade first on air, and then I'll show you it. So we had that huge rally up.
I'm going to short 2 micro gold here. Oh, sorry, micro NASDAQ. Real quick. NASDAQ. Yeah, micro NASDAQ.
The top ropes.
We're at VWAP. Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, yeah, keep me updated if something changes on that. But
I got you.
On this 5-minute chart, this is what I'm looking at, right? This is where we were at on the 5-minute chart. Switching to mine. We had major resistance here. Another major resistance at, 55,500 or 555. There you go, triple fives. 5,550, 51s. And then on the 100 tick chart, I'm going to show you what I was looking at on the 100 tick chart as well. And this was right at the open, so right at 7 p.m. Central. You can see, right? Resistance. We came up there again, right? We tested it one more time. And as soon as we started to break, I entered in on a short gold. And man, did that thing pay. It was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And it happened so fast, like 10 minutes. It went from, what, 555 all the way down to 547. And just crazy. And over here on this, you can see very simple, very straightforward, as a lot of my trades are that you guys see. And I try my best to break down my trades. Just very, very simple, straightforward. And let me see if I can pull it up. Tagged it. I have my own hashtag slow markets sometimes. If you're following me, you know exactly what it is. Here it is. Gold for the win. Metals are going crazy tonight. Right now, 15,000. It was $15,000, and it was in 10 minutes.
Amazing trade, man.
Here's the plot twist, though. I was looking at March contract, and my entry
February contract.
I put on the February contract, so you can see this is a February contract. So the DOM looks like this, right? Or the charts look good, they look clean, they look like this. But when my order went through, I forgot to change the contract. So I threw on 3 minis in the February contract, and I'm like, whoa.
What's going on here?
And I'm like halfway in the trade, and I'm watching the chart. I'm like, oh, everything's working good. And I'm looking at the price quoted in my the P&L, and I'm like, oh, wait, this is February contract. And so the February contract, there's just no volume. It looked like
no one
an
out there.
Ugly Nikkei chart. It was just every once in a while. I'm like, I'm already in this. I have my risk managed, and it just kept selling off. And it only lasted 10 minutes, thankfully. But I didn't notice that I was in the February contract until we were already down here towards 5,500. I'm like, okay, 5,500. I look over to the February contract. It's like quoting me like 54.60 or something. I'm like, wow. So
how many contracts were you in?
There's 3 minis.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the volume for that time of day.
You probably see them in there.
In that half-hour candle that you were in that trade, yeah. It was about from 7:30 to 8 Eastern time, so 6:30 to 7 Central.
Okay.
There was 500 contracts traded.
Yeah, there you go. I'll have to pull up the timestamps on it. You guys can see, but
yeah,
that was just one of those moments where you could do all the prep you want. You guys see it you know, I do it sometimes. Coach Jay, everybody on air has done just some little detail that you'd forget about, whether it's, oh, I forgot to switch from micros to minis or minis to micros, or I forgot to adjust from one contract to two contracts, or some little detail that you don't notice until after the trade is put on, right?
Real quick, Dakota.
Go ahead.
Shout out to, who said this in the chat, Mindset Tuner. Copper alert. Copper just picked up. And I know the talk in copper's up 2.25% in the last 30 minutes. I know the talk in social media has been, you know, okay, it happened in platinum, it happened in silver, it happened in gold. When is platinum's turn? And if we look at platinum on a higher time frame, we had that tariff candle. We're above that right now. And we kind of just took off from that tariff candle high. Everyone's expecting that this is going to be the next one. And copper's used in a bunch of places, right? So
here we go.
You know, take that for what you will, but is this going to be the next market that we see do a 3x over the next couple of months? This is a decent start.
I mean, why not, man? Now copper. Yeah. I know a lot of social media was talking about it. Precious metals. I mean, copper, is it technically classified as precious metal? I don't think so. It's very in abundance, but oh man.
I've watched some videos recently talking about it's in abundance, but maybe not for long. I think a lot of the videos that I've watched is like 2028, the supply of copper that we have right now is like going to be decimated basically. We'll see. You know, these are all projections. Maybe some people try to hype it up for the moment, but us as traders, we look at what the charts do.
When I get it, man. I mean, when silver's expensive, and if you need to use silver in your product and you're trying to find an alternative, copper's pretty conductive. And a lot of what they use for silver, I mean, they mix copper in it. Like it's some type of like percentage anyway. So the only bad thing about copper is you don't want to leave it outside, right? Because what is it, chat? You probably tell me. It's
rust.
Tarnishes, rusts. Yeah, tarnishes and rusts. Unlike silver, that's one of the
copper is
bigger issues.
Pretty expensive per tick as well. For anybody asking, there are micros. MHG is that contract. Quick little tip for anybody: if you're ever wondering what the tick value is, make sure you have a practice account enabled on TopstepX. Switch over to your practice account, place a trade. Quickest way to know what the tick value is.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah, oxidizes. That's what I was getting.
Oxidizes.
Yeah, and silver doesn't, so that's why silver's been. Anyway, that being said, man, what a slow what a slow-ish market.
Yeah.
You're up 5. You're in a good spot. I'm green on the screen. I had my one trade on gold, two trades, I think it was. Whatever it was. It was a good Thursday night or Wednesday night. Thursday's price action. Tomorrow is a new day. Coach Jay, hope you keep feeling better. See you tomorrow on the opening call. I'll be on at 10 a.m. Central, so 10 a.m. And then I will be on again tomorrow night. And man, I don't see an end to these markets when it comes to the volatility. I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities, overnight in the London session with Aaron, D, in the early morning pre-market with yourself, throughout. It's just the volatility is just, and opportunities are there 24/7. It seems like. So everyone, just make sure you're managing your risk. Understand what you're trading the markets. Go through a checklist. Don't be like me and do something like that. Now I know it played out. It was just the wrong contract. It's nice because TopstepX just rolls it over for you. But I've fat fingered so many. It's nice to have a checklist. Go through it. It's the simple things done correct that builds into what helps, right?
100%. I'm probably going to get stopped out of this NASDAQ trade in a second here. Stops at 179. We just popped there in the NASDAQ. But trade well, everybody. Manage your risk. $100. See you tomorrow.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.